Welcome to another edition of AI in Finance demo version. And what you see on my screen is a blank PowerPoint for an AI in Finance version. Well, what I wanted to show is not how to build a PowerPoint. That's not what we're here to do. Well, maybe it is. What I wanted to show is a new plugin that helps us. So I have not been a fan of PowerPoint for a long time. I've used other products like Visme, etc., to build my presentations, but something has changed recently because inside of PowerPoint now you have this Claude plugin that you can have, which I did my first presentation inside PowerPoint to test it out, and I want to do another one. I'm going to do one a little bit different than I've ever done, but I want to build out a template using my hex codes and color profiles for the Future Proof Advisor along with an image. And then what I want to do is I want to bring in a recent research report that I had AI help me with on Amazon. I did an equity analysis on Amazon. I'm going to want to put that in and have it create a deck using the template that we did with that information and see how it does. So I want to try this out. So let's see how this works. So let's just work with Claude here. I want to build a template deck that I can use to present equity analysis findings to my investment committee. I want to have, let's see, that's not spelled right. I want to have my color scheme and logo on the template, and then I would like to paste in the equity analysis for you to then build a deck. But I think let's first build the template. What would you need to do this? What would you need to do this? Again, I don't have all the answers. AI is going to help guide me through this. That's the whole point of it. Great idea. That's a little bit of the it always agrees. I could tell it not to always agree with me. So upload your email or your logo, the color scheme, the primary colors, and the font preference. So font style, I actually don't really know. Dark or light? I want it light. Okay, what I'll build. All right. So I'm going to actually upload all this in here. All right. So let's start with the logo. So I'm going to put in the logo here. I'm going to drag this in. Here's the logo. I have attached the logo as file 1.png. Here are the hex codes. So these are just like the color schemes for it to have. So let's see. It is blue is 0571D3. Let's see. Green is 29BB8F. And then gray is 9B, 9B, 9B. And then it's asking me, let's see, what else is it asking me? Font preferences. I don't really know font, but let's see. I kind of like Calibre, I think, is the one I like. So let's see. Do I like Calibre? I think I like Calibre. Yeah, that looks good. Should we do Calibre? Yeah, let's do. Or do we want to do Comic Sans? Let's do Comic Sans. Why not? Font. Let's do Comic Sans. MS. And then, let's see. Tone. I want it to be light background as well. And what I'll build, once I have all this, I'll start building everything. All right. Once the template is ready, you can paste in your equity analysis. I'll structure it into your deck for you. So to start, can you share all this? Oh, there you go. I'm going to share all this. So let's let it go. There we go. I've attached everything. Great. I have everything I need. Let me plan it out. Planning. Look at that planning. All right. Let me start by setting up a slide master with your brand. Then I'll build first template slide for you to review before creating the rest. So it's, I'm able to work with it. Now, you can be like, well, it's probably not going to be that great of a design. I'll tell you this. The first time I did it, I was like, that worked swimmingly. That was fantastic. So we'll see what happens. It does take a little bit of time, but the beauty of it is that so it's having some trouble with the logo, which it did have trouble with last time. So it may not be able to work with the logo, which maybe it is in beta stage right now. But the beauty of this is that I let it go and I can go do 100 other things and then come back to it. I don't have to sit in front of a slide deck, hands on keyboard, building out the slide and formatting it. Now, maybe I have a marketing team, but again, this is where my marketing team becomes a lot more efficient. Can it do things a lot quicker and allow it to have in the same allotted time, do more things from that standpoint without having an overload workload. So let's see what happens here. I'll let it run for a little bit. Oh, there we go. Click to add title. So that has my color scheme. That is the color scheme that I have. It's using Comic Sans. Maybe it's a little bit not as professional, but I like it. Why not? We're just trying it out here. And then it's to try to add the logo to the presentation. And we're going to see if it's able to do it. Good, I have the title slide layout applied. Now let me build the title slide with your branding and add the logo image. I don't know if it's going to be able to add the logo because it had issues with it in the past. But we'll see if it's able to do it this time. That'd be great. But maybe not. It's using the Office API, which I think is crazy. I mean, to build APIs, so there's the logo, but it didn't add it in the right way from there, which is okay if it's not able to get it. So we'll let it continue to kind of run here for a little bit and see what comes of it over the next couple minutes. Now, this takes a little bit of time. You can see it's already created the second page here. So here's the section, investment thesis, valuation, financial analysis, risks, etc. And now it's building some content slides. So it's just building all this out, building the form, the structure, all of it, building the slide deck. I bet you I could have put in. So now it's asking me, Claude wants to add 2-column comparison slide. Potential data loss. I'm going to dangerously always allow. I like to live on the edge, so I'm going to allow that. So it's going to create a table comparison chart. And so it's not going to use all these, and I probably could have uploaded all of the content as well, but I think that's like too much to ingest. It just becomes overwhelming. So it's like, can we take these in small stages? Like build out the template, let me approve the template, then I'll give you the content, and then we'll go from there. And I think that's just always been a better process than doing it just all at once. It gets a little bit overwhelming. So all 6 template slides are built. I don't know if all of them, now let me format the comparison slides, bull case, bear case, headers with proper headings. List shapes, let's see if so it's working on that. I don't see that chart yet, unless it's, oh, there it is. Okay, it just says blank right there, but there is the new chart there. Okay, oh, there's the bull case, and there's the bear case. Okay, there we go. Now, let me also make sure the title slide's logo placeholder on slide 1 is properly visible. So it's reading the text, make sure it's properly set. The text is all there, but the content slides need proper bullet formatting. Let me fix that. Okay. I don't know. I guess it looked pretty good to me. Looks good. Looks kind of good. Yep, there we go. And again, this is all just like a quick prompt. I'm doing this all on the fly. I didn't have anything ready. I just thought that maybe we'd do it this way. And placeholder from slide 1 since I added the future-proof advisor to the master bottom bar. Oh, so instead of adding the logo, it put the future-proof advisor down there in the bottom bar. Got it. Which works. That works. So it was able to overcome an issue it had. It knew that it wasn't able to put in the logo, and it overcame the issue that it had by doing something different. I respect that. I think that that's really good. I think that that's an interesting way of approaching it. So continuing to go on here, it's still working through everything. It's verifying the slides, thinking. The visual review shows a few issues to address, so the placeholder. So it's going through that. So we'll let it continue to finish out. Once it's done, we'll come back, and then we'll put in the content. All right, it looks like it finished up. So it gave me a little bit of a summary here. Your future-proof advisor equity analysis template is complete. Here's what's been built: color, font, background, footer, some slides, logo note. I wasn't able to directly access the upload image. So to add, we can right click, we can put it in there if we want. So now we're going to add in the equity analysis. So this is the equity analysis that was created. So it's just on Amazon. I did a Google Gemini equity analysis. I think it was February 18th. Here's what it put together. So I'm just going to copy and paste all of this in there and see what it creates from here. So let's just copy and paste all of this all the way up here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. Copy that. All right, here is the copy of the equity analysis. There we go. All right, let's see what happens. I don't know. This is comprehensive equity analysis. Thank you. Let me plan out how to structure this. Here's my proposed storyline. key thesis points, price targets, revenue, free cash flow, AWS, the growth engine, hyperscaler comparison, retail and advertising, okay, macroeconomic backdrop, that looks good, bull case, bear case, capital allocation debate, regulatory risk, valuation analysis, consensus conclusion. Yeah, that's 12 slides, 12 slide deck. Yeah, let's go. This structure work, or would you like me to adjust anything before? Yeah, this looks good. This looks great. Let's do it. Let's see how it comes out. So now it's going to go and just build it out for me. Again, it's taking a little bit of time, but I don't have to be sitting here doing any of it, right? And even if I were to build this all out myself, like to structure a slide deck and do a slide deck really well takes a lot of time and effort. And this is saving a lot of that time. So I'm going to let it run, and then we'll come back and see how it looks when it's done. There, the first slide is done, right? It gave me the current price, equity research report. The first slide is done. So it's going to now go and do the rest of the slides. It took them all away already, and it's going to start building them out. So we will come back and see the full product. I won't make us just sit here and watch it, but we will see the full product that it does as you see that the executive summary is being built right now. All right, so we're back. It looks like it's done. It just said all overlaps are resolved. The visual reviews feedback. Let me make one improvement. Is complete. Here's what's been built. Colors, logo, reminder if I want to put it in. So here's the summary or the title slide. Here's the executive summary. So like that doesn't look great. I may ask it to reformat that. Here's the earnings review. Pretty good. It created a table. Here's the key takeaway. I'd have to verify this data on that as well, but you can see what's happening. So free cash flow and CapEx dynamics, free cash flow, CapEx. You see some of that information there. I don't know what this is there. The growth engine, here's the AWS slide. The hyperscaler war. This is comparing AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. Create another table for me. Breakdown of international macroeconomic backdrop. Here's the and this is a little bit off, so I just have to fix this up a little bit. It looks like this is slanted, so it didn't get it perfect, but it looks pretty good. It got all the information broken down. Now I just need to have a conversation with it, and then here's the final slide. So what I'm going to do is slides 2, 5. I'd like to update slides 2, 5, like the ones that just have the writing on it. 8, 10, 9, 10, and 12. And 12. These are the slides that just have writing on them, and they seem pretty bland, and a ton of whites, and bland, and everything is so compact together that it makes it look odd. Can we update these slides to be more visually appealing? That's all I'm going to say. So let's see what it can do there. I'm going to let it work. We'll come back and see. This is a little bit longer, but you can see me working through all of this from here. So great feedback. Those text-heavy slides definitely need more visual structure. So it's going to redesign those slides. So we'll come back, look at the final product, and you can go out and try this on your own. All right, so we're back. It looks like it updated everything. It told me a little bit about what it did on everything that it had, and it looks actually a lot better just with that feedback. So this is the summary page. Looks a lot better than it did before. We saw this one didn't change. This was the same one. AWS, the growth engine, looks a lot better. Like if I wanted to maybe clear this up, I could maybe make some like edits like this and just edit it really quickly to give it a little bit more, space in between. That would be maybe something. I don't have to really use Claude to do that, but there we go. Maybe it looks a lot better there. Here's that slide that didn't change. Here's a slide that changed. Again, I could do the same thing here and spread that out and space it out. This one was a pretty big change. This looks a lot better than it did before. The bull and bear case did. And then this is the regulatory risk one, looks a lot better. And then the final slide, the conclusion and key risks, a ton better, right? You got that bar there. It did all that. I could spend a little bit more time making it, tweaking it a little bit. But overall, this is something that I could use and I would use. And I could have this create these slide decks for me. That's really valuable and insightful. So, you can see now how Claude and these AI tools are evolving in what they can do. They have this as a plugin for Excel. It now can use it at PowerPoint. And so if you have a template already, you can use that template and just have the content go in there and have it build out with the template you already have. So just another way to use Claude to get time back, because you can have it work on this while you work on other things, and it saves a ton of time. There are so many opportunities with this, whether it's client presentations, equity analysis presentations, financial planning presentations, leadership team presentations, company-wide presentations. I see so many use cases of this, and it saves a lot of time that all of your team members now become really versed in creating great PowerPoints as well. So with that, another edition of AI in Finance.